Today we have Green Arrow versus the Thing. So let's begin. I don't actually have to explain the Thing. I'm pretty sure most people know what a Fantastic Four are at this point. Oliver Queen, very quick origin display. Um, Oliver Queen spent several years on an island before becoming a master of archer to survive. Therefore, he became the legendary known as the Green Arrow. Now, in terms of strength, speed, and durability, okay, Ollie has speed, obviously. Thing is still physically superior. I mean, he can rip out pieces of wood, bust through a wall, and bust through many steel walls. He was able to destroy a wooden log. He was able to carry a nuke behind his back. He was able to throw rock monsters into the ocean. He was able to one-shot Doombots. He dig through the ground. He casually floats a block of titanium and steel. He lifts up walls. He catches a giant boulder. Crushes steel hammers. Rips out doors. Breaks out a giant robot's bear hug. Lifts up a car. Manhandles a lot of bodybuilders. He's so tough enough to hold his own in a fight against the Incredible Hulk. And as we all know, Hulk is a lot stronger than Oliver. That's like one of the most obvious questions. But it doesn't mean Ollie isn't tough enough to hold his own. He was able to disarm a drug dealer or a criminal. I think this criminal was responsible for him. I don't know. He was able to disarm Haggett and make him bleed with one punch. He was able to knock him out without footwear, meaning that he has nothing on his legs. He was able to one-shot. He was able to one-shot people with a direct hit to the face. And I feel like Oliver is one of those characters that's so underrated because everybody just goes to the thing and say, "Oh yeah, this is the carp stomp." No, what I said, how he was able to beat few people with nothing on his legs and just one punch, and how he was able to make them bleed. Oliver really is one of those characters that's so underrated in terms of strength. Because I'm pretty sure some people are in this video are going to comment, "Oh yeah, the Thing would absolutely destroy Oliver at this point." You have no idea what you're saying. I know what I'm saying. Durability, I don't have to explain. However, I want to focus on speed because I feel like speed is a bit different than, let's say strength. Strength may have been but strength may have been the most one of the most obvious, but speed is a completely different thing. Oliver Queen is just so much faster than Ben Grimm. We're gonna get into that, but I want to quickly address how fast the Thing is. He's fast enough to take a bullet from Mr. Fantastic. He dodges some of the Hulk's attacks. he was able to dodge a blast from a super monkey. He was able to react to the scroll. I mean, he was able to tag Silver Surfer with a rock, and that's extremely impressive because Silver Surfer is like one of the fastest characters in the Marvel Universe, alongside Gladiator, Hyperion, Sentry. And we're gonna go into this with Oliver Queen. He was even able to tag Zoom. He was able to tag Doctor Doom, but the thing, he kind of had Silver Surfer's powers at the time, so he he was able to dodge an atom igniter. Maybe it was Mr. Fantastic, and he was even able to survive. He was even able to react to a bloodlusted Human Torch who was trying to kill him at the time, I think. Well, those feats are impressive. Oliver's is just so much more impressive. I mean, while he was on the island, he was able to evade gunfire from the assault rifles that they're holding. He was able to disarm trained gun wielders who were trying to kill him, and that was before he even had any training. He was able to hit an opponent in the face with a flare arrow, then loads in his bow, and aims it at a couple of guards before anyone could react. Not to mention, Oliver has actually had several encounters with Hawkman. Hawkman, a guy who can fly, and this could actually be Green Arrow's greatest advantage in this fight, because you could say, well, Human Torch is faster than Hawkman. And I would still say Hawkman is faster, probably because he had thousands of years of experience, where Johnny's more like in the recent times. Now, in terms of skill level, well, this is obviously Oliver Queen. I mean, before he even had anything, he was able to put up a decent fight with a former Special Forces operative. And sometimes he's been able to even hold his own in fights against Batman, Black Canary. Yes, they had a few fights. He can hold his own in a fight against Ricardo Diaz. He was able to hold his own very well in a fight with I don't know, but he had many fights with other characters. Now, the thing is a great fighter as well, but he's like, in terms of fighting skills, he really relies on his strength and durability. But with Oliver, I would put him at least in the top 20 best fighters in the whole DC universe. Now, what do I think? I just think speed and skill are better advantages in a fight than strength and durability. And here's why. Because when you're like this person that has this super strength and super durability, chances are you're really not going to be that smart. Like, one of the things that makes the thing different than people like Rhino is the fact that he is smart. However, Oliver spent years on an island, and he actually had to kill people. And this is from the comics. Green Arrow was able, to even. I feel like his trick arrows are gonna give it a really difficult time, especially against someone like the Thing. Chances are in my opinion, Green Arrow wins this one. How many times? More often than not would be like 6 or 7 times out of 10. Probably because Green Arrow um, fights more powerful characters. He fights Hawkman several times, who, by the way, is more powerful than Fantastic Four all combined. Dodge Doom's kind of at his level. I don't know, I might have to do a video on that. One of the things that makes Green Arrow different is the fact that he has kind of been that member of the Justice League that's always like outlined. That's one of the reasons he probably was kicked down. I don't know. But anyways, Oliver will still defeat the Thing.